Morning everyone, welcome to our first online lesson. So I don't know if this is as strange for you as it is for me, but I've never taught a lesson with no children in my own lounge. So let's see how it goes, we'll get through it together. Right, I hope you're all okay. And the first thing that we are going to learn in today's lesson is to calculate the area of a parallelogram. First, we're going to recap what is a parallelogram. Well, you can see from the picture that it is a quadrilateral, and you're all really good at describing a quadrilateral as a closed shape with 4 straight sides. So what's special about a parallelogram? Well, if we look, we can see that we have got 2 pairs of parallel lines. So the top and the bottom lines are parallel. So I'm going to put little arrows on them to show, and I'm going to write the word parallel. It's easy to remember what parallel is because the word parallel has a pair of parallel lines in it with the 2 L's. And the area we looked at on Friday, and we know now that the area, we all know, is the space inside and is measured in units squared. And you can look, the space inside is most definitely squares. Okay, so we're going to look at how to calculate the area. We can calculate the area of a rectangle, but not a parallelogram. So how is that going to work? There's my parallelogram that I've drawn again. And I've put some dimensions on. So we've got 10 centimetres. So our base is 10 centimetres. And I've put a height here. Now notice my height is perpendicular. It is at 90 degrees to my base. It's not the slopey height. It's the perpendicular height between my parallel lines. And that's really, really important. Now, normally I'd be asking you lots of questions, but I can't ask you lots of questions because you're not here. So I'm going to show you. Imagine that I split this because I've got a nice triangular shape here. So if I just draw that in and think about my triangular shape. Well, if I look really closely, I might have another little triangular shape over there. Let's have a look. So this triangle I've just shaded, the base is 2 centimetres, or 2 squares, and the height is 1, 2, 3. So if I move that from one side to the other, over here, I've got a space, which is 2 centimetres or 2 squares by 3. So that is exactly the same triangle. I've taken that triangle and moved it to there. So what can we notice now? If I draw that line in fully, because that isn't there anymore, we know that that height is 3 centimetres, so we know that this height is also 3 centimetres. We know that this length is 10 centimetres, and I know that the area of a rectangle is its base times its height. So the area of our parallelogram is 10 centimetres multiplied by 3 centimetres, which is going to give us 30 centimetres squared. So the area is going to be the base, that's our length along the bottom, multiplied by the height. And remember, that must be the perpendicular height, the distance at 90 degrees between the parallel lines. So for this parallelogram, we have got 10 centimetres. I know they're very big centimetres. Multiplied by 3 centimetres, which is going to give us 30 centimetres squared. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I'm going to do one more for you, and then I'm going to set you some questions. So if I draw another parallelogram, it's going to look slightly different. There we go, and I'm going to say that my base is going to be 9 centimetres, and my perpendicular, remember that is the important thing, height at 90 degrees is going to be 2 centimetres. So I could draw it. I've got my triangle there that I could move, my triangle there that I could move over, sorry. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the formula that we've just worked out. And I'm going to say, so I know that the area is the base times the height. And for this parallelogram, I know that my base is 9 centimetres. And I know that my perpendicular height is 2 centimetres. So I know that the area is 18 centimetres squared. Okay? Right, I'm going to send you some questions for you to practice this skill. If you've got any problems, you can message me on Seesaw between 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock, and I will do my very best to help you. And we'll start tomorrow's lesson by going through the solutions to today's work. See you later. Bye, guys.